How's it going, everybody? This will be a new video sponsored by Delta Exchange. So if you want to support this, make sure to sign up using my referral link. Now let's take a look at the market. So the overall theme lately has been basically about inflation, okay, and rate hikes, monetary tightening, okay. And what I want you to focus on here is that you can see what happened when we saw these data points, okay. So price was compressing, sort of profit taking, money moving out of the market in towards the data points. And once we had the data points coming in, you can see the reaction, massive reaction. Always you see that usually from inflation data points, as well as FOMC rate hikes, etc. Okay, so important to note what is going on and what is the market reacting to. So we're reacting to that that the market was pricing sort of 8%, and we were expecting to see maybe lower inflation to show that the monetary policy is working, okay. But instead, you had higher inflation, which means that there need to be put more pressure on the tightening and the monetary policies, okay, and higher rate hikes. So potentially now we're pricing in high rate hikes, okay, which is very bearish for the market. And you can see the reaction, okay. So market is reacting to the news and what they're expecting now to come out of the next meeting in June, I think it is, okay, so you can see that from on S&P 500, and you can see how Bitcoin as well, is reacting basically to the same news. Okay, it's nothing else to be expected. So we will see, how price is unfolding. No point making any major predictions. Overall, market is thin. Liquidity is moving out of the market. There is no one willing to take, massive chances. You can also see the Luna. What happened with Luna doesn't really help the conditions. There's fear in the market. Okay, and we can easily get some kind of liquidation cascade. And we reacted to the 30K big figure, but due to the news now, it's no point thinking that it will hold. Now, at least important to note that we're having this prior high, the 20K mark. It's also a big figure. If we ever get there, I think that would be a very, very decent level of interest. So important to note what is going on in the world, and always think about S&P 500, Bitcoin, as the key drivers, to get a sense of what is going on. You can see how even the dollar, okay, is rallying as a safe haven, money flowing into the dollar. It's not just about that. It's not that they think that the dollar, is so bullish that they're going to go up. It's more that they think that the equities and the risk on environment is so bad, right, that they want to take the money out of the market to protect their capital, hence risk off, okay. And that is basically what is going on at the moment, okay. That is the macro perspective that we are seeing, okay. Let's check, and you can see even gold as well, moving slightly lower, okay. Volatility is fairly compressed with that. As well as here you can see how we're moving with Solana as well. We're moving towards the 40K mark that I was talking about. So I think if you move slower towards anything between 20 and 40 is really good level, at least to try to put potentially take some spot positions. If you want to hold some Solana, though, in my opinion, AVAX is probably a better bet. In my opinion, it's just a personal preference. What you think basically is the best. So here as well, AVAX moving into this price consolidation, right? What is happening? Price is closing in the void. Again, that's basically what is going on. So most charts have voids, all right? So you're having sort of consolidations, right? Price expanded, whatever price did, the void that is left behind, whatever we did above here, as price is rallying back down, we're closing in that particular void, okay? And that is as far as technical aspect to the chart. That is what is going on, and that is what we are doing, okay? We're pricing in that particular void, all right? So, and that's AVAX. Let's take a quick look at SAND, just some random charts here. So same here, okay? See how we're pricing in that void, okay? You're having here the price consolidation, all right? And then you're having the void, prices reacting basically to that void. I think, we're starting to move into some interesting levels, even for SAND here. I think, this can be fairly decent to take some spot. Many charts are showing, decent signs, in my opinion, at least, to dig into some, you don't want to go overboard, of course, but it's not a bad level, right? So price is now 87%. How low can it go? So regardless, I think this is decent. As far as technical aspect goes, this is not a bad place, right? Lower, doesn't really matter what price does, that would be more of a long-term hold. If price is going to nuke a bit below, go back up, regardless, it's a decent level in my opinion. Okay, and usually I look at fractals in the sense that often you will see whatever happens on the left side, most likely gonna happen on the right side, as long as it doesn't die. Okay, so that's the only issue you have to be worried about now when you're looking for a long-term spot position is, what is not going to die. Basically, that's one thing you have to have in place. So let's go further. Let's take a look at the next chart, near as well, moving in towards this area. You see how we had sort of a lower high. I posted this on Twitter as well. Lower high expansion. Okay, liquidity has been washed out during these levels. You see how price is expanding now below here in towards this level, key level. Should see some kind of a reaction, and the same chart, sort of the same we are seeing on AVAX. So this is the key level. For near now, anything between this level we will see has to be see the correlation between near and other markets, but it's decent. Okay, it's decent. Let's take a look here. So Matic as well, we're closing in the void, whereas the next area of interest, will be around 0.4, closing in that void, that candle below. Okay, and we're seeing price is sort of mimicking what we're seeing on the other side. All right, so yeah, so Luna is basically rugging to 0.8. That's absolutely insane, right? So let's check how many percent that is. Sorry, that's absolutely insane. Let's take a look here. 99.3% down. All right, that's absolutely insane. So AVAX as well, this level, interesting level, a good level to take some trades. ADA, the same concept. You can see how price, had basically this point of control where you see price went above, below, had some sold off below, retested this level, now going lower. So I think as far as Cardano goes, if you want to pick up, if you like that project, I think from 0.2 to 0.4, it could be a decent level, to buy some spot position to hold until, as far as scalping goes, in my opinion, you just short bounces, while these are more of long-term holds. What else can we take a look at? FTM, is absolutely rugging towards the key level here that we have been talking about. So yeah, we're seeing FTM coming back down towards 0.2 there, okay, which is the key level. Now at this point you have to be very careful with volatility, because volatility, in my opinion, is priced in. Okay, and by that I mean that you can't expect the kind of volatility we have seen within the last leg. It won't continue with this. Okay, I think the volatility now will be more compressed, that you have to understand that you will have a range between, for example, these two levels, and look to scalp inside it. Okay, with smaller price action. Okay, and until price stabilizes itself, rebalancing itself, and price, whenever price comes back up, you can sell it to go for the lows. Okay, so usually what price does is price coming back down, retest, goes for the lows. Okay, price comes back, regardless if you go above or below, what does price go? Retest the lows. So usually, at least to create divergence, right? So divergence comes from retest. So you can see that even from this particular price action, right? With small body candles, it's a ranging environment where price comes up, takes out the low, comes up, takes out the low, comes up, takes out the low. This is what create divergence, okay? Bullish or bearish or whatever, right? So the same concept for the highs. Back up, takes out the highs, back down, takes out the highs, back down. Okay, and then you're sort of getting a lower high, first sign, lower high. This then creates sort of a base formation. Okay, and then price sells off. Same goes for the opposite side. Okay, so I think that's about it. We can take a quick look at anything. I haven't looked at these charts for a long time. Let's take a quick look. We got some time left, so you see here how Link as well, moving to the bottom end there to back to the prior level. FTM, we already looked at that. Runa, let's go to the weekly, take a look, probably the same. Yeah, so it's nothing in particular, right? So this is extremely heavy, so lower high, just by the look of it, you can see how it has been using sort of the fib tools, the 70% maybe, the 70-80, right? So you can see the 70-80 from this swing, Let's check the next ones. Looks like it's the same exact. Yeah, 70% right there, right? So you're having the same sort of swing, okay, and the price goes lower. Usually when that happens, I think we're gonna move back down towards $1. By the way it looks, okay, so it's nothing really to buy. I don't want to be honest, guys, I don't want to take a look at these other charts. No point, okay? We went through the most important ones, right? So if they can't keep up with the market, nothing will. Let's take a look at Luna as well, right? So I was looking at this level as a potential buying opportunity, but I'm really gonna pass that. Maybe I will throw, just like something to gamble on, just in case. But still, it's just absolutely not worth it. GMT as well, pre-sale, not gonna hold up during these kind of environments. You can see here maybe some kind of a reaction. So I guess within these levels, right? But that's about it. Okay, so I think I'm gonna close the video here. Just be aware of the monetary policy, understand what's going on in the macro environment, and don't be too eager on price nuking. Don't try to follow price, but at some point, most likely the spread's going to be way too high for you, and you might get clipped by trying to chase the market moving down because you are getting mad of losing money. Don't do that, right? So rather, instead of getting bullish when price moves up, look at as a sell opportunity, okay, or else look at some markets as buying opportunity, right? So the biggest issue at the moment, I just want to say before we end the video, is that a lot of altcoins are within areas of interest. Now, my issue is that Bitcoin is still just hovering at this support level. And I'm afraid what happens if Bitcoin actually start closing in the gap below. That's my biggest issue. And the same goes for S&P 500. Okay. So if it wasn't for that particular issue, I would sort of be bullish, right? So since both Bitcoin and S&P 500 still has this void below, it really makes me anxious to go risk on. And the same goes that we haven't seen proper sort of rate hikes yet, right? So that means that we can have even more aggressive policy at the moment, and we can see sort of a proper rug pull. So I think, instead of being too scared, you really should look at this as a decent opportunity that is going to present itself very soon, at least that's how I view it. And, at some point, we're going to see sort of a reversal. You always do. Just keep in mind that volatility is always much higher when price is moving lower, okay, more aggressive. So you can see how aggressive we were during this nuke, that nuke. This as well was fairly aggressive. Even this tiny lower was aggressive. This is fairly aggressive. And if you look at the opposite, you look at this one, the bars, when price is moving higher, let's use another color. When price is moving higher, usually you can see how price, is small body candles, small body candles, small body candles, small body candles. This whole price range, small body candles, small body candles. And you can say that we're taking the stairs up, elevator down. And that is mostly due to volatility. That volatility is getting squeezed out of the market. Okay, liquidity is getting out of the market. So that happens much quicker than money moving into the market, okay, because people are already in the market and they're getting squeezed out, right? So usually in a bull run, people are throwing money into the market, okay? Well, when price is going down, they're getting squeezed out of the market, okay? Hence why you're seeing the difference between the kind of volatility and the bar, okay? So in always when price is moving down and we're seeing liquidation cascade and all that kind of stuff, you're gonna see much larger bars, okay? And always keep that in mind. Okay, guys, peace out.